everybody, I'm Danielle and this is Danielle's Books. Thanks for stopping by. This video is going to be my December TBR. The theme for December is winter reads for the most part. I have a couple that don't fit along with that theme, but I will have all of the books I talk about linked down below, as well as Goodreads, Storygraph, podcast, Bookstagram, all of that good stuff. You can find that in the description box down below. And while you're down there, subscribe to this channel because I would love to have you. And without further ado, let's just jump right into the books that I want to read in December. First up, I'm going to talk about kind of an oddball pick-ish, and that is Misery by Stephen King. This year, 2023, is the year that I read my first Stephen King book, and I have read now 3, I believe. They were much sooner in the year, like January, February, March. I think I read like one each of those months. So I haven't read one in a while, but the one that I wanted to get to was Misery. The cover just screams winter. I personally don't know a whole lot about this one. I'm sure that everyone else does though, because Stephen King books are so wildly popular. It says Paul Sheldon has finally met his biggest fan. Her name is Annie Wilkes, and she is dismayed to discover Paul's plans to kill off Misery Chastain, the heroine of his beloved series, and so on and so forth. I think she's like a crazy stalker person. I'm really excited to give this one a try. How many pages is this? 350-ish, so not too bad. And like I said, I haven't read a Stephen King in a while, and I wanted something to fit the vibes that I'm going for. So that's why I chose Misery. If you've read this, let me know your thoughts down below. Next up, another winter read is Dead of Winter by Darcy Coates. When I first read the synopsis, it gave me, No Exit vibes. I'll read you the synopsis. 8 strangers, 1 killer, nowhere left to hide. When Krista joins a tour group heading deep into the Rocky Mountains, she's hopeful this will be her chance to put the ghosts of her past to rest. But when a snowstorm sweeps the region, the small group is forced to take shelter in an abandoned hunting cabin. And I think people get picked off, and like literally it reminded me so much of No Exit. So I'm curious to see if reading it will give me those vibes as well. And I did read my first Darcy Coates in November, and it was just okay, but I can tell that as an author I definitely want to give another couple tries, just because I know that book that I read, I think it's Rookwood House, The Haunting of Rookwood House, is not one of her most beloved, so I don't think I started in a great spot. But yeah, I'm excited to give this one a try. So there you have Dead of Winter by Darcy Coates. Next up, this is one I talked about in my horror horror books I want to read before the end of the year, or need to read, something like that. I don't remember the title I gave it. And that is Natural Beauty by Ling Huang. I technically have read 1 chapter of this book, and that's it. I tried to start it at work, but then obviously I had to work. Things got busy, so I didn't get any further in it. This one says, sly, surprising, and razor-sharp, Natural Beauty follows a young musician into an elite, beauty-obsessed world where perfection comes at a staggering cost. So yeah, this is one that I am very excited to get to. It looks like it's about 250 pages, so not too bad. I think that I'm gonna keep trying to make this one like my work read. I work at a library, so I can read as long as it's not super busy or I don't have things to do. So I'm gonna just kind of keep this in my work bag and try and tackle it as much as I can to start December. So yeah, there you have Natural Beauty by Ling Huang. Next up, I have another winter read, and that is Moon of the Crusted Snow. I've heard great things about this book. It's one that I've had on my list to read for a while, but I just haven't gotten to it. I don't own it, so I needed to get it from the library. This one says, with winter looming, a small community goes dark. Cut off from power and communication with no foreseeable resolution, only very few residents truly realize the community's shortfalls. When unexpected visitors arrive, escaping the crumbling society to the south, tensions rise and allegiances are divided. The harsh winter months pass slowly and the food supply dwindles as the death toll and panic rise. But the greatest threat to the survival of the reserve might come from within the community itself. So like I said, I'm trying to go for winter reads, winter vibes as much as I can in December. So I thought that this would be the perfect time to try and tackle Moon of the Crusted Snow. So there you go. Next up, I have a new release thriller from, I believe, November, and that is American Girl by Wendy Walker. I read What Remains by Wendy Walker earlier in the year, and it was a surprise hit for me. And it's one that I haven't heard too many people talk about, but I had like the audiobook on Libro, so I just like checked it out on a whim, and it really worked for me. So I wanted to give this one a try. This one says, a small town business owner is found murdered and a teenage girl is caught in the crosshairs. Can she find the killer before someone else winds up dead? So this is a very short new release thriller, and it's one that I thought I could for sure get to in December. So there you have American Girl by Wendy Walker. Now I have a couple videos that I'm wanting to do. I'm kind of wanting to do a like Christmassy or like holiday thriller video and a Christmassy holiday extreme horror video. So I'm not going to talk about all the books that I want to feature in those videos, but one of the like thriller mystery ones that I want to get to is The Christmas Appeal by Janice Hallett. I actually have started this. I'm about 40 pages in, and I'm really liking it so far. It's kind of interesting because it's almost entirely like email exchanges, text exchanges, like flyers, like forum posts, stuff like that. So it's kind of been an interesting read, and I'm excited to keep going with it. So this is definitely one that will be for sure finished in December because I'm already in the middle of it. So there you have The Christmas Appeal. And then one horror that I want to get to is A Cold Place for Dying by Christopher Triana. I've read Gone to See the Riverman, and I really enjoyed that one. This one, it looks like it's set on Christmas Eve, and Joe Whitaker, he just lost his wife, and he's kind of trying to like escape and get away, I think. And he comes across this girl named Nicole who's like wandering around the snow, and she's like telling her story, like she was kidnapped and she escaped her kidnapper, and so she's like trying to get him to help. And then I guess later on, or a different day or something, Joe comes across the kidnapper of Nicole, and he's like, dude, that girl's psycho. Like she's feeding you lies and everything. And so Joe's like, I don't know who to trust. And I'm excited to see how this plays out. So there you have A Cold Place for Dying by Christopher Triana. And then I do want to do another like reading extreme horror within like 24 hours video. I'm not going to go totally into the books I have planned for that because I haven't exactly finalized my TBR for that video, but look out for another one of those coming this month because I have been really enjoying extreme horror as well as, you know, all the other stuff I'm trying to read. So those are my plans for December. Comment down below. Let me know what you plan to read in the month of December because I'd love to know. Let me know if you've read any of these, your thoughts on the books, and if you've made it this far in the video, comment a snowflake or a snowman because winter vibes, that's what we're going for in December. So with that, don't forget to check out everything in the description box, like I said, and I will just see you in the next video. Bye!